this thing going then. So we're all set. Of all the things I've done here, I've never had something I can watch. So magic show in 1 minute!
Oh, we're late.
Oh, wee bit. That's all right. The helicopters are leaving. Obama's flying over, so we're all right. He'll drop in a minute. Oh, I better not say
You want to
that.
miss your show? Oh, you better not.
About 10 years ago, on the last show on a Sunday, a plane flew real close to the ground over here. I said, I wonder if that's an omen to come. 2 days later, oh well, what am I going to do? All right, 1 minute to the magic show. I didn't leave when you came in. Actually, we've been having those things flying over for 2 days. We'll see what happens.
Okay, then when's Ellie done?
Magic show really done soon. Oh well. All right, what I've been doing for the past few minutes, called doing the tip, doing the ballyhoo, trying to cry a call or whatever you want to call it. And that's to get more people here, because that's the great thing about a crowd. The more people are, the bigger the crowd is. You ever notice that, sir? Right. You got the, hey, look, he's got Mystic on his hat, so he's at the right show. So what we'd like you to do on the count of three, which is just many fingers, we'd like you to scream and clap and shout and make as much noise as you possibly can. Do you think you can do that?
Yes!
Yeah.
You did well, but those people in the back are just going... Do you think you can do that? Yeah! There we go, here we go. If you got your hands in your pockets, take them out now. It's gonna really hurt. Here we go. 1, 2, 3! We'll make George Washington reappear in 3 minutes. All right. Well, I think it is. It's a military. Well, my name is Rodney the Younger, not to be confused with Rodney the Elder, that is me da. What you're about to see is a magic show that may have been performed 200 years ago in the streets of Philadelphia, or maybe right here in Somerset 21 years ago. This is my 21st season here, and I'm really happy to be here. It's lovely. So, how many seen my shows before? Oh my God. And they came back. I'm glad I'm going to put a couple new things in. How many are here for the first time? How many have never been here before? Should be the same people. These questions do get hard. Well, I've been doing magic now for 52 years, but magic has been around for 5,000 years. From the tomb of Becket III in the Valley of the Kings of Asani Sabah, you will see up on the side of the wall a hieroglyph of two gentlemen doing the cup and ball trick together. Well, to me it actually looks like they're making sand pyramids, but you know, who am I to say? I'm just taking it for their word. So we're going to start off today with, actually I'm going to do the very first thing I ever did 21 years ago. If it's a good one, why change, you know? And oh, and this, you know why I talk this way? Because I'm a Cockney. I'm a bit of a high flyer too. Do you know what I mean by that, dear? It means I'm a liar. High flyer, liar, see how that rhymes? Have you got the old lady from Hampstead Heath with you? Means you've seen the man with the gold teeth? You got your lady from Bristol with you? Are you carrying a pistol? All right, I'll bet you there's one you know. You ever heard of giving somebody the raspberry?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it. Everybody do it together. Everybody give me the raspberry. Go ahead, 1, 2, 3. Oh, thanks, I need the breeze. See, that comes from raspberry tart, which rhymes with, well, you got my meaning. All right, there we go. But we're going to start with a piece of magic. Uses a couple ropes. Actually, I'll just set that one back there. Sir, kindly point to one of the ropes. Grant. When I was about 6 years old, my parents put out a record, or brought home a record that, wait, that's, let me get to the right time period. Many years ago, when I was going across the great pond known as the Atlantic Ocean, I met a gentleman who was a Portuguese sailor. He says, I hear you're a conjurer. I said, yes, I am. He says, I do a wee bit of magic myself. If you're ever on the top of a yard arm during a storm, and all of a sudden the wind is blowing and the sail has ripped away, you grab that little piece of rope, you put it across like this, fold it across itself, turn it into a quoit, pull it through itself like this, then wrap around itself 7 times, 5, 6, 7, and hold it up to the lightning and wait for it to strike. Yeah, I thought it was a bit daft too. So I said, can I use a little bit of magic? He says, of course. All you do is give a little twist, a little turn. Before then, the part of the rope becomes a quoit. The quoit goes on the mast goes on the sail, and you keep doing that till somebody applauds, because that was really good. I'll get him to smile yet. There we are. Oh, good, he is smiling. Great. All right, so we're going to start off with a piece of magic that uses 1, uses 2, uses 3 exactly equal lengths of rope. Oh, they're paying attention. Wonderful. All right. We have a very long one here, correct? Come on, correct? Yes. All right. We have one that's sort of in between the two, correct?
Yes.
This one we call Richard III.
Now is a winter of our discontent, made most glorious summer by this son of York.
Oh, they don't read Shakespeare.
Loud upon
It's
our
all right.
house.
Sorry? Keep going. You know the whole thing. Yeah, he knows the whole quote. I'll never do any Shakespeare with him then. Can't improvise Shakespeare, but I've tried. Anyway, so what we're going to do here is we're going to even up the ends. Now there's 1 even end right there. There's 2 even ends right here. And there's 3 even ends right there. So we have 3 even ends there and 3 even ends there. And if you don't look at the middles, they all look the same. But that's not magic. That's the government. So we need a magic word. Madam, do you know any magic words? Abracadabra comes from 4 letters of the Hebrew language, spells one of the 72 holy names of God, and is Shemampherish. Much too powerful for a rope trick. Anyone else? Well, actually, the words I'm going to use today are the words stretch, stretch, stretcho. And whereas before you had 3 of a different length, now you have 1, and now you have 2, and now you have 3, which are all just about the same, just like that. Oh, good, they're with me, great. Now, for those that didn't applaud, and I can see who you are, we're going to do this again. Madam, would you kindly hold on to those 2 ends? As soon as you touch them, look, the spell is broken. Look, there's Richard. There's the medium one. There's the long one. The magic happened right in your hands. Ooh! All right, well, thank you, yes. So we shall do this again. Some folks may ask why.
Why?
Because I can. Yeah, they have seen my shows before, haven't they? So, and since most of you have seen this before, I shall now attempt to do the short version. I used to go a little lower, but Rodney's knees are wearing out. Stretch, 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 stretch out. There we go. So we once again you end up with 1 and 2 and 3. Now you can keep doing this all day long, be incredible magic, but also incredibly boring. So we're gonna do the big finale. Right over left and under, and left over right and under, just like I learned from that Portuguese sailor many years ago. His name was Del Fuego, Tierra del Fuego. You can tell who paid attention in geography class. All right. But my mentor many years ago told me that no matter what I do, at the end of the rope trick, never ever end up with a rope that has knots in it. So you have 1 long piece of rope. There's something you just don't see every day. And I thank you very much for your attention. Thanks. Lovely. All right. Well, now we're going to do a thing that needs just a little bit of volunteers. Somebody who's very, very brave. Somebody who's got a $50 bill I can burn up and tear up, destroy. Oh, look at her. You got $50 on you? No, oh, look, she moves over closer to her friends. No, I didn't have my hand up. No, madam, in the dark, are you really brave? Yes. Yes, I'm really brave. Sounds like she's more scared than anything. Is she really brave? All right. The one in the dark, stand up, raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I promise that if, in the middle of this illusion, this starts getting really dangerous. I mean, really, 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 really dangerous. Really, really, really dangerous. One more really. I want to wimp out, chicken out, be an embarrassment to our church family or farm. Never mind, come on up here. A nice hand for the young lady. She joins us up here. All righty. What's your name, dear? Emma, nice to meet you. Have we ever met before? Well, that's why you volunteered, didn't you? All right. Now, Emma, have you ever had your porosity tested? Do you know what porosity is? It's the ability it obtains to pass through your body with very little or no pain. All right, put your hand out in front of you. No, clean one. Now, Emma, has anyone ever done this to you? No. Well, if they ever do it to you, call the police, because in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, this is against the law. But parents and teachers do take note. Next time you can't walk off with a handkerchief. Next time you need a little more control over a child, tell them it's just a magic trick and use shackles. All right, hold still there. Is that getting tighter on your wrist? Okay, is that tighter? Okay, good, because it makes no sense when I pull it through otherwise. There's the wrist, and Emma's okay. Emma, did you feel that go through? Did it hurt? That means you have very good promiscuity. It also means something else. You know what that is? I cheat. See, this really isn't a handkerchief at all. No, no, no. It's the ghost of the silkworm who made it. Anytime you tie it up a knot using both your hands, he comes along and ties himself just like that. In fact, the only way you can impress the ghost that lives inside this handkerchief is to tie him up in a knot, is to do it with just one hand. Impress the daylights out of me, too. Every time I do it. I did it! One hand! Is it hard? Took me about 10 years to learn it. Then I didn't have the instructions. Now, Emma, I'm not done. Do you believe there's a ghost that lives inside here? Yes, I do! All right, good. Let me borrow one of these. Oh, that's a loose one. There we go. Stop that, stop that. He gets a little carried away. You're really embarrassed, aren't you? But are you strong enough and brave enough, since you took the oath, to try the second part of the torture trick? You can be honest. From the ancient land of Nippon, known as Japan. Come back over here, Emma. Well, this is used by the Yakuza. You ever heard of the Yakuza? Japanese criminals means not very nice people. And anytime they dishonor themselves, they put their finger in this device and they chop it off at the knuckle. But if they're pure of heart like you are, Emma, you're scared. What about the... No, you're not going to die. What about the girl who's sitting next to you?
Yeah, she can come over.
Okay, come on. Now we know who her friends are. Come over here. What's your name, dear? Kayla, nice to meet you. Repeat after me. I promise that if in the middle of the solution starts to get really... Never mind. Okay, all right. Stand over on that side, Emma. Now, I don't usually do this with people who haven't been tested for promiscuity, but you can stay right there. So, are you ready for this? Give me a finger. It's all right. Don't worry. I've done this tens of times. Nobody's been hurt today. All right. Now, are you feeling that? You are? Oops. Oh, sorry. First show of the day. All right. I tell you what. Oh, almost. I tell you what. Take and put your hand face up like that. All right. There we go. Come over here. All right, you hold it just like that. There we go, just in case we have any accidents like the last time. Don't laugh. Yesterday, this was a white handkerchief. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3 days ago, I became a cannibal. Now I'm looking for lunch in all the wrong places. Lady fingers, finger food, finger sandwiches. 3, don't move. I want to show you something fabulous. Look at this. That solid piece of wood has just gone right through your finger. And if I take it off and the finger doesn't fall off, I usually get a round of applause from everybody but these two. A nice hand for my 2 bravest ladies in the world. Thank you very much. And thank you very much. A nice hand. Give them as they go back. There you go. Well, no, she didn't die yet. No. Just don't wash your hands for half an hour. By that time, I'm gone. Yeah. Well, listen, I had a friend of mine who, she's seen almost every show I've done for 21 years. She was, what were you, 3 years old when you first saw me?
Probably.
She was in the front row, and every time I did the sword through the neck trick, the girls would yell out, "Oh no, not again!" But I'm going to do this for her because she wanted him to see it. Now, this is a very safe trick. I need 2 people to help out here. Any of you 2 want to help? No? We got, who would, this is a real, there's there in the yellow, she's volunteering. That's one. Come on down here, dear. And a brave young lad who's going to be a future Marine. I can see it on his shirt. Otherwise, they're taking him really young today. What's your name, dear? Katie, on that side. Your name, sir? Davey. Davey. Katie and Davey. Oh. This is your sister? No. Oh, that's your sister. Oh, same name. Are you twins? No? Just Dad didn't want to mess up when he was yelling at you. And and you ever notice when your dad gets mad at you, he uses all 3 of your names? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Well, let me get this piece of magic from over here. This is the only one of its kind in the world. And it's based on a very old magic trick. The original one I have is over 120 years old, and it's so delicate I can't use it anymore. So